Aktiboto, the student-led voters education program, held the first Philippine Student Election Manager Summit and Youth Visioning Forum to help educate youth and student leaders on responsible voting for the upcoming 2016 elections in the TYK Auditorium last Saturday, October 24. One of the forum speakers was the Commission on Elections Education and Information Department Director, Mr. James Jimenez, who talked about the strategies, innovations, and developments in educating youth voters. Mr. Jimenez pointed out the considerable impact that the youth vote held in the upcoming elections, citing the rapidly rising number of youth voters in the Philippines from 20 million in 2010 to 23 million by 2016, about 37% of the country's voting population. Mr. Jimenez noted the importance of voter education for the youth voters in order to ensure responsible and clean elections, adding that it must include a call to action and outweigh its potential costs in the upcoming elections. According to Mr. Jimenez, voter education doesn't have to be expensive, but one has to know what their resources are. He also emphasized the importance of transparency in the elections and the issues that come along with it.
That brings with it its own set of complications. But I think the key thing to remember here is that transparency ultimately is a tool for people to make decisions.
Another speaker during the forum was Mr. John Neri, editor-in-chief for Inquirer.net, who spoke about the role of the media in democracy, especially during elections. According to him, democratic governments derive their power from the consent of the governed. Thus, it was the media's duty to make informed the consent of the governed. Mr. Neri emphasized the importance of an informed media by quoting the former Chief Justice Renato Puno, who said that, as agents of the people, the media cannot inform if they themselves are uninformed. He also outlined two kinds of agendas for the media, political and public, as well as three kinds of transparency, learning, participatory, and accounting, that ought to be observed during the elections. He also added the three kinds of media in the modern world: standard or traditional media, search, and social media. Mr. Neri noted the rising prevalence of social media, especially among the youth, and how it can not only help inform the public during the elections, but also perhaps sway its results. First in information, Thomasians taking action. This has been Lozano for Tomasinews.